And hello and welcome to the Mrs. V night shift. I'm Mrs. V and we've got a great night. We're here with the gorgeous Julie Elliott, my friend, and also an incredible kind of business, financial woman, which she's going to talk to me about as well. And yes, we're in her gorgeous home, which is divine, beautiful colours. It sits very nicely with our background here. So welcome.
Great to be here. Thank you for coming to my home.
Yes, thank you for having me. So let's get started firstly with the conversation of how was your day today?
I've had a very busy day today, Scarlett, but very productive, racing around all over the place, but had a number of really good meetings and culminating in tonight. So busy day tomorrow, but I'm all organised and set. So when I'm structured and organised and set, I'm all good. So
can you tell the viewers what you do?
I'm a former chartered accountant banker, but I currently sit on boards and do consulting, capital raisings, and helping the fintech companies, which are startups, develop their businesses, which is really very exciting. So feel very blessed about what I do.
She does. She makes a very big difference in the world of business and
financial services.
And financial services, of course. Big on cash flow superannuation. And so Julie's actually going to be one of the panellists on the Mrs. V event next week. So we're going to hear all about what we should know as women over 40.
Very excited.
Very excited to have you. So yes, and my day was very busy. I'm trying to think what I did today. It's very busy because it comes to my day. I'm more interested in your day. But my day was very much around getting ready for the event.
You've been racing around like a blue-ass fly.
I have. Thank you. That's exactly what I've been doing. So the question I had today for dear Mrs. V, which is to you, is what advice in all your whole experience in financial services would you want to give any person?
I think a lesson that's really stood me in great stead that I'd love to pass on to others, particularly aspiring women, is have a go. A lesson I learnt probably about nearly 20 years ago was to stop that self-talk in your head. And I'm not saying just blindly go out and have a go, but if others see more in you than you see in yourself, don't doubt. Stop that self-talk saying that you can't do it, and this particularly applies to women. It's more prevalent in women than men, but stop that self-talk and think, well, if they see something in me more than I see in myself, who am I to doubt myself? So I'm going to give it a go.
And there is more about that story with the podcast that we've just done, where basically Julie was head chair for the Fire Brigade in Melbourne, and also she's been CEO of Bank of Australia.
Sydney,
sorry, I always get it wrong. Sydney, and so incredible. You've been the first woman in many big banks. So I'd really love you to have a listen to that because her story is incredible. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest, most important shift in your life. That's been?
I think the most important shift was changing that mindset and just managing and stopping that self-talk. And I think the realization that everyone has those self-doubts, everyone has that self-talk, and just being able to manage it and stop it. And when in my mind when I stopped it, I envisaged myself just cutting it off and saying, no, stop the talk. If these other people believe in you, believe in yourself as much as they do.
Does that happen a lot? Like, you must be in very big meetings with lots of male, I know I'm just on the women's side here, but how do you what do you say to yourself in those situations to kind of shift out if you've got self-doubt going on?
No, I've learnt from that time on, when I use that in the Fire Brigade example, I've learnt to just say stop your voice, and then that's cut it, and I mentally picture a cutting of it, and then pull the good thoughts,
get the good thoughts through,
and just stop that voice.
It's funny,
but I think it's an important thing for everyone to realise. It's not just, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same thing, from the biggest individuals in our country and the world. everyone has it. So don't think it's just you. You're not alone.
You're not alone. Yes, that talk. My big thing was that I'm a very big list person. I write lists in my head. So then I changed the list to what do I want, and getting really clear on some positive things that I want. So I think that really helped and changed. So I love that advice. Thank you very much. Now tell me, best advice that anyone's ever given you.
My mum, who sadly has been on the other side for 26 years, gave me lots of good advice, and when she passed, I was too young to let her know that I really appreciated that advice. So I like to think now that she is still connected to me and she can still hear me say, hey Mum, yeah, you were right, so thank you.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was about 17, I looked at her one day and I said, oh Mum, you're such an embarrassment. And she looked at me and said, well, when you're my age, you'll realise that you still feel inside what you do when you're 7. I still feel inside as I was when I was 17, and you will feel the same. And I just think that, and so many other lessons she taught me now, I just think, oh Mum, you were so right. And I know that she's connected to me, and I know that she can hear me saying, hey Mum, you were right about that stuff.
Oh, they're beautiful. Well, we love our mums because they give us great advice and incredible encouragement. Don't you? My mum's watching, so thank you.
Hey, Scarlett's mum.
And so tell me the best tool. What do you use the most for personal development tools? What is what helps get you through? You know, is there something, whether it's meditation or what?
So for me, it's going for a run. You know, to go out and just run for about 45 minutes. And you know, I ran as a teenager, but hadn't run for a long time. But then got myself an app and just which led me through and started from 0 to now being able to run for an hour. But I find that when I run 3 times a week, I'm at my best. I'm fit, I'm strong, I'm healthy. But
did you ever do the walking first, or has it just always been running?
No, I walked for a long time, but I find when I run, and the apps that you can get now are terrific, and they actually build you up to it. So you only run 1 or 2 minutes to start with, and then you walk a couple of minutes, and they really do build you up very well to it. But I find that I can think clearly, and the endorphins run through my body, and I just feel more vital going into the day. So three times a week I try to get up at 6:30 in the morning and do that. And recently I've started yoga as well.
Oh, that's very good.
And I'm finding that yoga, like I was so not into yoga, but more just for the kind of...
Well, it's much more, it's not just, but yoga is a really holistic for the body and mind. It's an amazing tool.
But what I love out of it is just the stretching and the sense of,
connection.
Come out of those sessions and feel that there isn't a muscle in my body that I haven't stretched.
And you discover muscles that you never even knew you had.
Exactly.
So we're going to pull an affirmation card. Actually, I might have just skipped one. Oh, very important one here. Sorry, we'll just come back to that one. Let's do this first. So tell me, what's your favourite nightcap?
My favourite nightcap is always a glass of wine.
A glass of wine.
Cheers.
And then, now, Australian made. What's your favourite Australian made product?
I'm a happy little Vegemite, Scarlett. Can't you tell by my rosy cheeks?
So you're a Vegemite girl? Oh yes, of course you are. Actually, we had breakfast this morning. It was Vegemite.
And you told me that I was
you're a dog. No, because I'm a dabber.
Not a dabber.
Yeah, you're a stroker, not a dabber. I'm definitely a dabber.
That gave me a lot of evil thoughts, Scarlett, but we won't go there.
And look, we have the Australian as well.
And
great
that Vegemite's now owned in Australian hands back again as well.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
About 6 months ago, Bega Cheese have bought it back.
Oh, that's such good news. So we love
Well
that.
done, Bega Cheese.
Well done, Bega Cheese. Okay, affirmation card. So I'd like you to shuffle and pull everybody a card, thinking about what we need to hear to have a great night and a great day tomorrow, and actually a great weekend, because I won't be seeing you till Monday. What did you pull? Oh, I am inspired because... So you know how these cards work. What thought in your mind is why you were inspired right now?
I'm inspired because life is full of possibility and wonder, and there's still so much more to be done and achieved.
Oh, we love that. See? And it's only Thursday, and possibility and wonder is all around us. And I'm inspired exactly for that same reason. I'm inspired because life is good. And if you don't feel inspired right now because you're going, I don't know where I'm inspired, just find a reason. Even if you think about, I'm inspired because I'm able to breathe. I'm able to lie down in my beautiful bed. I'm able to sit and watch TV with a loved one, or just actually have a TV to watch. There's always a reason to be inspired. So thank you very much. And of course, the last little bit, which is good night, love and sparkle from us. Have an amazing weekend, a really happy Friday night. And thank you, Julie, so much for being here.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Coming to your home.
Thank you, Scarlett. And great to talk to everybody.
Yes. We'll see you next time, next week. Bye.
Bye.